So the world has over 3 million confirmed cases of COVID-19 and over 200,000 people have died. Most countries are still in lockdown and governments are trying to figure out when this will end. It turns out India might have a role to play in saving the world and releasing the world from lockdown. And to understand the role that India may play, we have to first understand how vaccines are manufactured and how they're developed and researched. Now, we were first told that the vaccine might take 1.5 years or 2 years, and most of us said, why is it going to take so long? This is a health emergency. But we have to first understand that on an average, vaccines take between 10 and 15 years to develop because they're mass produced and given to large numbers of people. And so we have to make absolutely sure that they won't cause harm. It's a painstaking process. So step one is to first develop and actually identify a candidate vaccine and then make sure that it does not cause harm to humans. Now, this step normally involves testing on animals and testing about a dozen humans. And I know that upsets some people, but that's the process. Step two is to identify and to prove that this vaccine actually works, which means it protects you from the virus that you are being vaccinated against. This involves testing on about 100 human subjects, and it takes 1 year to get through. Step three involves actually proving how long the protection lasts and how many doses you need. Now, this could take several years, and it could take several thousands of subject candidates. The next step is to get regulatory approval and all of the red tape of government. But in this case, at least, governments across the world are standing by to hand out approval as quickly as they can because it's a health emergency. Now, finally, it comes to manufacturing. Now, manufacturing large doses of vaccines after approval takes about 6 months to achieve because the equipment, the personnel, the infrastructure needs to be built up. Now, let's take a look at where we are right now with this particular virus and the vaccine. When the COVID-19 virus hit the world and there was a pandemic, scientists obviously across the world began scrambling for a vaccine. We were told, initial estimates said that we'd have about 2 years before the vaccine is brought to us, even in accelerated processes. The advantage that we had was that the previous outbreaks of SARS and MERS were sort of cousins of the COVID-19 because they were all coronaviruses, and scientists had begun working on vaccines for each of those sort of previous cousins. A lot of that work is now being adapted for the COVID-19. And it seems like the Jenner Institute in Oxford has made a breakthrough. The Jenner Institute had in fact last year tested some versions of vaccines and established that they are not harmful to human beings, which means step one had already been achieved. Now, last month, the National Institute of Health in Montana in the United States had conducted an animal test, and I know this upsets people, but the institute had given 6 monkeys doses of this Oxford vaccine and repeatedly exposed them to the coronavirus COVID-19. And it turned out that after a month, these monkeys were perfectly healthy, whereas other monkeys that were in the trial had gotten repeatedly sick. So while this doesn't conclusively prove that because it worked on the monkeys, it will completely work on human beings, it is one step closer, and it's given the scientists in Oxford confidence. They're now going to begin testing this vaccine on 600 human subject candidates starting this week. And they say if everything goes well and if they get regulatory approvals, they will have a vaccine ready by September. Now, let's assume all goes well and the vaccine is ready from Oxford in September. It will still take about 6 months before we manufacture mass doses, and we need billions of these vaccines in order to make it available to almost every human being on Earth. So how does that happen? And that's where India comes in. Now, India has quietly been the manufacturer of the world's vaccines. India has dozens of companies across the country who manufacture vaccines for polio, for meningitis, for pneumonia, for BCG vaccine, for tuberculosis, rubella, and several other diseases. Now, one of these companies is the Serum Institute of India, which is based out of Pune. It is the largest manufacturer of vaccines in the world. It makes 1.5 billion doses of 20 different vaccines. And it's priced at about 35 rupees a dose, which is the cheapest in the world. And because it already has this base and infrastructure, it's able to, and it has a head start to manufacture the Oxford vaccine before anybody else. But here's where it gets interesting. The Serum Institute of India has announced that it is going to begin manufacturing the Oxford vaccine in May, without waiting for the trials to complete and without waiting for regulatory approval, so that when the regulatory approval does come in September, they would have already built up their supply and they built up their manufacturing to make 50 to 100 million doses by then, so the world doesn't have to wait 6 months after September to get the vaccine. Now, here's the trick. If for any reason the trials fail and the scientists have to go back to the drawing board, the Serum Institute of India will incur huge losses. Losses that the CEO of the company believes will be worth it. Now, in an interview to the New York Times, Adar Poonawalla, the CEO of the Serum Institute of India, has been quoted saying that he believes that because this is not a listed company, he has the ability to take the risk because they don't want the world to wait 6 months for the vaccine. He has also said that when the vaccine is manufactured in bulk, it will obviously be Indians who will be top priority to get the vaccine. But after that, he will leave it to the government of India to decide which countries will get doses, how many doses, and when. But it's not just the Serum Institute. Hyderabad-based Bharat Biotech has announced that it's in a partnership with the University of Wisconsin-Madison and US-based firm FluGen to make 300 million doses of the vaccine for global distribution. Zydus Cadila is working on 2 different vaccines, and we have other companies like Indian Immunologicals and Mindvax that are also developing vaccines each. Now, vaccine research and manufacturing has never really been a priority for big pharma companies in the West because it's largely demand from third world countries and there isn't a lot of money in it. There's no pricing game in vaccines. India, over the last several decades, has built a sort of expertise and a quiet capacity of manufacturing large doses of vaccine for the entire world. It's this capacity now that might make India the savior of the whole world from COVID-19.